If you've been injured in a Florida crash, you'll probably hear the term MMI, maximum medical improvement. And this is one of the most important concepts in a personal injury case because MMI doesn't just affect your medical treatment. It directly impacts when your case can be valued, when a demand letter goes out, and how the statute of limitations applies. So let's break it down. MMI stands for maximum medical improvement. And the American Medical Association Guides to the Evaluation of Permanent Impairment states that MMI refers to the status where patients are as good as they're going to be from the medical and surgical treatment available to them and doesn't preclude ongoing follow-up for maintenance of the medical condition. Florida law in the workers' compensation statutes, and this gets tricky, defines it as the point where further recovery from or lasting improvement to an injury or disease can no longer reasonably be anticipated based upon reasonable medical probability. In a nutshell, it means you've reached a point in your recovery where your condition is stabilized and you're as recovered as you're going to be even if you still have symptoms. It's a plateau in your recovery. It doesn't mean you're pain-free or cured, and it doesn't mean you won't need future care. It means your doctors can now evaluate your long-term condition and any permanent injuries. There may be additional treatment and therapy, but it's considered maintenance, not curative. So, MMI is critical because it allows your case to be properly valued. Before MMI, your medical treatment is ongoing. That means you don't know the full extent of your injuries. You don't know the future medical needs. You don't know whether there's a permanent injury or not. In Florida personal injury cases, those factors directly affect the value of your claim. Here's where MMI becomes strategic. In most Florida injury cases, a demand letter is sent to the insurance company after you reach MMI or close to it. Why? Because the demand package needs to include complete medical records, final bills and ledgers, a clear understanding of your injuries, any permanent impairment ratings, future care recommendations, and descriptions of your pain and suffering. If you send a demand too early, you risk undervaluing your case. You only get one real opportunity to present your claim effectively to the insurance company. If you settle now, you can't come back to the well down the road. That's why timing matters. Now, here's the part many people miss. Even though you may want to wait until MMI to send a demand, you're still working against the clock for statute of limitations. In Florida State Court, the statute of limitations for most negligent cases is now 2 years from the date of the injury. And here's the key rule. Waiting for MMI does not pause or extend that deadline. You can still lose your case if treatment's ongoing, or you haven't sent a demand, or you're still negotiating. If the lawsuit is not filed within 2 years, your claim can be barred completely. Even if liability is clear, your injuries are severe and they're lifelong. So every Florida personal injury case involves a balance. You want to wait long enough to reach MMI and properly value your case, but you can't wait so long as to miss the statute of limitations. That's why timing and strategy are so important in a personal injury case. In some situations, a lawsuit may need to be filed before full MMI just to preserve your rights. So, what is MMI in a Florida injury case? It's the point where your condition stabilizes and your case can be properly evaluated. But remember, MMI affects when a demand goes out. It doesn't affect the statute of limitations. You still have 2 years from the date of the crash to file a lawsuit in Florida State Court. I'm George Politis, a Florida personal injury attorney. If you've been injured in a Florida crash or by someone else's negligence, timing your treatment, demand, and legal action correctly can make all the difference.